Hello, guys. How we all doing? We good? You all good? Hey, Planet E, Premier rigged. Yes, been trying to tell people that for 2 years. Happy face, man. How you doing, brother? 5 in the live, 2 likes. The year Queen Elizabeth became the Queen in 52. You email me, Justin. I'll check it out. I've just been responding to all my emails and all the comments on my website and my WhatsApp messages. So this morning, before I get into the Premier League, I want to talk about real football, real, beautiful, organic football. Football's beautiful. This morning, I went to go watch Daly, who I coach twice a week, and went to the old school where I used to teach and coach. Beautiful field. And he scored 5 goals. And when I'm watching the players that I coach play, it's the closest thing to being a father, to being a dad. So I was just, every time he scored, I was like, yes, go on, Daly, because he was doing the moves I was showing him. He was striking the way that I've been showing him. And I was watching it with his parents. And then after the game, I went for my usual omelette and orange juice. I love it. And then what happens? The family come in. Hey, coach, come and join us. So I sat down with them and had great conversations with them. And he covered the bill for me. So beautiful. So, yeah, I was watching Daily play. I didn't care what were going on in the Premier League. No interest whatsoever. It's so corrupt. I've been saying it for so long, and I just believe at this point it's becoming so obvious. You're seeing 7 minutes added time, 9 minutes added time, 11 minutes added time. Like, what is all of this? And it's because it's fulfilling rituals, guys, and it's energy harvesting. It's all the stuff I've been saying, and now it's becoming clear. So, love wins. Yes, Justin. Just know in life you need more than love, though. When people like the Beatles tell you love is all you need, or all you need is love. No, love is so important. Okay, we shouldn't be going out of our way to cause harm to anybody, but you need more than love. Like if you think about a marriage needs more than love for it to be successful. But I am shining the light on darkness, and I have been now for almost 3 years, and I'll keep doing it. Much love to you, Michael. Divine, baby. Good evening from London. How are you doing? 22 in the live, 5 likes. That's when the Premier League season finished, the 22nd of May. When Man City somehow scored 3 goals in the last 15 minutes to come back and win 3-2 against Villa, so they won the league, which I told you all in the live would happen. They'd come back and score 3 in the last 15 minutes during the live, and they did. Hey, Krishna Khan, I'm good, mate. I'm good. 22 in the live, 7 likes. Brady retired after 22 seasons with 7 rings, 227, the 49th prime, which is 7 times 7, the year that he was born, 77. I'm doing well, busy today. 21 in the live, 7 likes. Michael Jordan's birthday, 217. Like I said, I went to go watch a couple of football games, like actual real football, where it's not on TV and there's no gambling involved, there's no corruption. It's just kids out there doing the very best. Something beautiful about watching that. And basically, after that, I went for a nice breakfast. Then I've just responded to all of my online stuff. Pretty much good for the day now. Now I'm going to San Jose to meet some friends in a couple of hours. And then I'll spend pretty much the rest of the day there having a few drinks and some food. Just chilling out. You know what I mean? I've got to find time for myself as well. I want to say much love to Kenya. I think Kenya is in this live for the first time. You know what I've said about Kenya, the beautiful girl who I went on a date with. I've been on 2 dates with her now. Again, I've been saying to you guys for a very long time, figure out in your life what you like, who you like, and do the things you like and be around the people that you like. All right? Doesn't mean you have to be obsessed by anything or anyone, but just figure out the things in your life that bring you joy and do them as often as you can. And the things that don't bring you joy and that don't bring you growth, just avoid them. There's some necessary things you pretty much have to do that you don't want to do, but in general, it's a pretty simple way of living your life. Figure out what you like and do it as often as you can. I can't watch professional sports now. they anger me, or they did. So I don't watch them. You know what I mean? I like going to the beach, so I go to the beach. I like meeting with Kenya, so I'll meet Kenya. But I like to have a range of things that I do. So I'm going to show you here why I said Newcastle would beat Chelsea, why my community and myself liked 1-0 to Newcastle, which it was. Much love to Thomas Lockwood, great guy. He had Newcastle 1-0. He had Newcastle money line. And he has Newcastle, Bayern, and Arsenal. I would just say with the Arsenal game, just be careful. Just be careful is all I'm going to say. Kenya is a beautiful name. Yeah, it's a beautiful name. I told you Queen Elizabeth found out that her father died while she was in Kenya. And that is when she became the queen. And she was the Queen of Kenya for 1 year, was Queen Elizabeth II. I've updated my Queen Elizabeth II book as well. Added a couple more notes to it. That's on my website. It's version 12 now, as I have 12 likes. And I was born 14/4, which is 12 times 12. Oh, my dad was delighted that I got my money back. He's giving me a call tomorrow. He's flying back from Portugal today. So this morning, at least 3 people, maybe more, at least 3 people took Man City not to win. Big shout out to Steve-O. He took Brentford after 90 minutes at 20-1 to win. So when you start seeing a lot of these games and there's like 10 minutes added time, there's often a goal. And Man City have been getting so many late goals. It was about time that one went against them. And City lost today. And I've been trying to help you all, for those who do bet, be very careful of early games. Okay? Man City lost. Big favourite, 1-7 or -700. Rangers drew, big favourite. I told you with the Champions League, more often than not, the early games, the favourite rarely wins. So it's just picking up on this. That's why the early games, the late games are dangerous. Arsenal are going to be playing Wolves. Most people will like Arsenal, understandably, especially those who don't know the code and don't really know how it all works, that it is all a code. I believe some of the players are aware of it, but they're not behind the outcome. The supernatural determines the outcome. The supernatural is controlling the athletes and their celebrations, in my opinion. But they know what they're doing to an extent. They know who they've given their soul to, and that is the devil. So everyone's telling me Arsenal win, and that worries me. That worries me, to be honest. So for me, this is a stay away game. I know if Arsenal win, they go 12-1-1. And today is the Superior General of the Society of Jesus' birthday. Today's date is 12/11. But today's date can be written 11/12. It wouldn't put it past me at this point. This is not a prediction, because I'm not. I had Newcastle today. They won. That's it. I'm done. Plus 140, and people got them in play. But if Arsenal somehow lose, they're going to be 11-1-2, which again, that's like November the 12th. So, and Arsenal love that 34. It's a huge number with them, 34. And if they lose, they stay on 34 points. But this is a game I would stay far away from. And I personally wouldn't touch Arsenal at the odds. But the odds are pretty suspicious as well. Like, thinking about it, actually, I've told you today, it's all about the Jesuit numbers, which I'll tell you why it's probably the main reason why Newcastle won when you hear my code. But if you see Wolves now, they're bottom of the league, aren't they? They're bottom of the league, and Arsenal are top. So that's 20th versus 1st, which is 201, which is Jorge Maria Bergoglio's name's 201. That's the full name of Pope Francis. The Jesuit order's 201. Francis was acted in Suite 201. Catherine the Great saved 201 Jesuits. So I just look at this and I'm like, okay, if Wolves lose, they stay on 10 points, the big Satan number going into the World Cup. And I told you Wolves would get relegated this season. I'm not saying they are, okay? They're only 4 points off, but I said Wolves would go down. Or have you noticed now Wolves are 248? That 248, guys. Kobe Bryant Day, Kobe's numbers. 24 plus 8 is 32, like there's 32 rays in the Society of Jesus' logo. So that's pretty insane. And Arsenal, they've got all these riddles with coronavirus, have Arsenal. Corona is the crown. Are they going to be crowned Premier League winners? Possibly. I told you I did like Man City and Haaland, and I'm going to stick with that. But my friend Flinny, who's getting better every day at coding, he just shared a phenomenal code for Arsenal to win it. And it is a phenomenal code. But again, Arteta was the first Premier League coach to test positive for coronavirus. Arteta was born the 26th of March, which is 263, which is the 56 prime number. And in gematria, coronavirus equals 56, COVID vaccine 56, Arsenal FC 56, Society of Jesus 56. I've said for a long time now that Arteta is a Jesuit, and he worked under Guardiola at Man City. I said they'd be the top two teams this season. I did say City would be top, but I did say it would be Man City then Arsenal. And I said Arsenal will finish second, Arteta, because he was below Guardiola at Man City. He was the reserve, not the reserve, just basically below Guardiola. So if Guardiola was sick, Arteta would coach the game. And I saw Man City drop to 10-2-2, like 1-2-2, which Satanic in gematria is 1-2-2. That's why Kobe's 666 game was on 1-2-2, which is January the 22nd. It's funny how Man City have 40 goals and they've conceded 14, like 4-1-4, which is my birthday. I've said, bear with me, guys. I've said how big the number 32 is with Man City. When Man City won their first Premier League title, they won it by beating Queen's Park Rangers. It was all connected to Queen Elizabeth. But they beat Queen's Park Rangers 3-2 in a dramatic comeback. And Aguero in gematria is 32. Argentinian, there's 32 rays in Argentina's flag and the Society of Jesus' logo. Pope Francis is Argentinian. But then Man City, they won the league last season and beat Villa 3-2. Obviously, Jesuit was coaching Villa. And I said Coutinho would score in that game, and he did. Well, Man City are on 32 points going into this international break for the World Cup. And remember, the World Cup, 32 teams participate. Adam KDB was at centre-back for Brentford counter-attack. Event 201, yeah. The moon landing hoax was the 201st day of the year. It's clearly a big number. Today's the 316th day. Yeah, like John 3:16. So, yeah, I knew there was going to be biblical codes. John 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. If you look at Joe Willock, who got the winning goal for Newcastle, you'll see he did what I always talk about, the Jesus on the cross celebration. If you go back and watch it, I'm only going off Sky Sports, the image. A lot of these footballers, they mock Christ on a cross. So they put their arms out. You'll see a load of them do that celebration. And Willock did it. I'll tell you why Willock scored, okay, and why it was after 67 minutes. And if you look at the image, you'll see that Willock's doing this, which is for Lucifer. I've done a really good job, I think better than anybody, at showing the celebrations and how all these celebrities in different industries do the same poses, okay? They're all doing the same thing. So it's because they're showing you who they work for, which is the devil, but they don't tell you. Although some of them do actually come out and say they sold their soul to the devil. People are really liking my post about Serena and Venus Williams. Again, the devil was able to convince the world that Venus and Serena were genetic females, sorry. And yeah, she might say, I had a hunch. Yeah, I knew they looked masculine, but a lot of people, they just went along with it. Like when I was younger, I was like, yeah, they're very masculine, but it's America and they're super athletes and yeah, they might work out. But I always said they look like men, but I never truly believed it. But they are. It's so blatant, again, when you study anatomy. So those images I'm doing, like of Pink and of the Williams brothers, getting like 1,000, 2,000 likes on them. It's crazy. So people are waking up to it. Whereas a few years ago, you would say it, people would get really defensive. They're not now because it's so blatant. Adam, I'm from Gateshead and love the tune, but the passion has died. Your coding just rips them up, mate. Thank you, Thomas. I've played at Gateshead Stadium. They play in red and white, don't they? Jesuit colours. By the way, see how Newcastle wear black and white, which is all connected to Freemasonry. It's where you got the Freemason checkerboard. You play chess, it's black and white. It's all about duality with black and white. That's why they had to get their puppet Michael Jackson to bring out that song Black and White. So yeah, I'm ripping these leagues to shreds. I'm ripping these celebrities to shreds. I'm ripping the devil to shreds. I'm ripping politics to shreds. And I'll keep doing it. So is every player in the Premier League a devil worshipper? I believe so. Absolutely. Absolutely. At that level. League One, League Two, nah. Championship, perhaps. Premier League, Champions League, International. Every single player representing their country at this upcoming Satanic World Cup worship Satan. Each and every single one of them. And I think quite a few of them know what's about to go down. I think they know. There was a player, I can't remember the name of him, but he's missing the World Cup. And he says, I believe I'm missing it because I'm being protected by God. And their God's the devil, which you need to realize. It's not the God that I worship or some of you guys worship. Remember I told you about Maddison, the beginning of the season. Maddison will get called up to the World Cup. He got called up, number 10 for Leicester. I see he scored today. Pope, I've told you ages ago, I think Pope is going to be the number one goalkeeper for England. I said that ages ago because the finals one day after Pope Francis's birthday. And notice how Pope kept a clean sheet today. He now has 7 clean sheets. I know Ramsdale has 6, Edison 6. So let's see if Ramsdale keeps a clean sheet. I don't think he will. I just think there'll be a lot of people today that are waiting on Arsenal for their accumulator. And they'll probably already think that they've won. And that's when you'll have Wolves take a lead or something. But I don't know. Gabriel, much love to you, eh? What a guy. What a guy. So, and what about in the NFL, Gabriel? You're seeing these meatheads, supposedly, these super athletes. They're running around in tights. They're wearing tights, guys. All right, and body armor. It's a joke. And guys, have you been keeping up with the rugby? Have you seen the scorelines in the rugby? It's just blasphemous. The devil's at work at the moment, guys. So I'm going to tell you why I said Newcastle would win. I'm 92% with my picks. 12 days into the month. 92%. All right. And I ain't the guy who sits staring at his computer all day coding sports. I go with my spirit. And I've told you all, if you leave me alone and you don't pester me, can you look into this cricket game? Can you do that rugby game? Can you tell me who's going to win in Barcelona? Can you tell me who's going to win in the Packers game? Can you tell me who's going to win in this NHL game? And can you code this and you're bombarding me? Let me work. Let me flow. Okay? I'm like a river. Let me flow. All right? I've said all along for 2.5 years, if you take my picks, I win way more. Way more. Call so many futures. All right. But don't constantly bombard me with, can you code this? There's people in the community now, much love to you. There's about 30 of you on my website who are coding at such a high level, and you're all bringing different things to the table. All right. We got Chuck with his exceptional codes that connect history. We got Thomas Richardson, who at this point is the best person at reading odds. I think I helped him with that, but I'd say he's above me now. You can look at odds. When I saw that Chelsea were like plus 280 to win, I said, they're not winning. They're not going to win. All right, we've got that going on. We've got people who are able to code using astrology. So if we all work together, each day we'll have a couple of games. But just let me flow, let Chuck flow, let Thomas flow, let all the other people that are posting these great codes and put it up there and just see how it goes, guys. Like Steve-O getting on Brentford after 90 minutes. He just felt it in his soul. He knew there would be a goal. He saw the way the game was going. Because you've got to realize that these players are not in control of their actions on the field. They're not. They're not. They're not in control. If they miss a penalty, it's not them. They're being controlled like FIFA, in my opinion. So here we go. I'm going to tell you what I had for Newcastle. The game was played on the Superior General of the Society of Jesus' birthday, Arturo Sosa. I've connected him to so many riddles. It was connected to why I had the Rams to win Super Bowl 56. And I ain't saying I had the Rams to win Super Bowl 56 at the very beginning. I'm saying I had them to win that game, and I called the exact scoreline. So I said this: if Newcastle win, after 15 games, they will have 8 wins. 15-8. The Society of Jesus were recognized by the Catholic Church on the 15th of August, 15-8. When you type in Freemasonry into the calculator, you get 158. And it's why Newcastle won 1-0. If you look at the Premier League table now, you will see that Chelsea have scored 17 and conceded 17. And modern day Freemasonry was founded 1717 in London, England. It was the Freemasons who founded the Football Association, and that is a fact. And still people dismiss it, and it's a fact. If you do 2 minutes of research, you'll see the Freemasons founded the Football Association. Okay, you'll see that. So the 15-8 straight away, I was like, okay, this is good. Newcastle last met Chelsea a span of exactly 8 months ago. And today they got their 8th win. It's not a coincidence that Chelsea and Newcastle last met a span of exactly 8 months ago, and then Newcastle get their 8th win. If you look, Willock, who scored, he scored after 67 minutes. I've told you that 67 is the 19th prime number, and 19 is the 8th prime number. It's why Kobe died 67. Date Numerology was accused of raping a 19-year-old girl and started off his NBA career wearing number 8, because it's all coded. So another reason, Thomas was like, do you think there'll be another goal? I said, it's 1-0. You've got the 67, 19, and 8. Okay? They're going to get the 8th win. They're going to keep it with that. And I said a lot of people probably bet on both teams to score in this game. Probably expected goals. I said, it's done. It's 1-0. It's over. And it was 1-0 and done. So Chelsea, they stayed on 3 draws and they got their 5th loss in the league, like 35. Big number. Catholic equals 35. Chelsea FC equals 35. The game was 35 days before the Pope's birthday. And they last met a span of exactly 35 weeks ago. Satan equals 35. Baphomet equals 35. The first Catholic president of the United States of America was JFK, who was the 35th president. You start seeing these connections. 3 times 5 is 15. It was the 15th game for Newcastle. It's got to be creative with the code. Guys, they last played on 13-3, 2022. That was the 9-year anniversary of Francis becoming the Pope. Football in Gematria gets you 133. All right? And I said, if Newcastle win, they will have 9 points more than Chelsea. You'll see now that Newcastle on 30, and you will see that Chelsea on 21. Newcastle have 9 points more. I talk about 9 so often. Newcastle can stay on 6 draws and 1 loss, 6 months and 1 week before the Chelsea coach's birthday. 61 is the 18th prime. IHS gets you 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6 gets you 18. So why do you think I mentioned all the 18s in my code? And now Newcastle's goal difference is plus 18. You think it's a coincidence that I do this practically every day? That I'm literally coding our reality every single day and not just with sports, every day? If you haven't read my Queen book, read the Queen book. You'll see why I'm able to do what I do. Newcastle became 8-6-1, like I said they would. 8 wins, 6 draws, 1 loss. 8-6-1. That's the 41st triangular number. All right, this was Newcastle and Chelsea's last game before the upcoming World Cup. The World Cup begins on a day, leaving 41 days left in the year. It was 7th versus 3rd coming into this game. That's 7-3 I always talk about. Remember, Prince Philip was married to Elizabeth for 73 years. Brady's 7-3 in Super Bowls. Pi, March the 14th, is often the 73rd day of the year. Charles became the king at age 73. I can go on all day with 73 and how big that is and how big it is biblically. Well, 73 is the 21st prime. That's why Brady became 7-3 in Super Bowls in the 21st year, the 21st century, and then retired on February the 1st, which is 2-1. 73, the 21st prime. Chelsea stayed on 21 points. Jesuit equals 21. I told you it was 7th against 3rd. 7 times 3 is 21. So it was 1-0. Okay? Doing what I do doesn't mean you're always going to get everything perfect. It's not possible. But my consistency is outstanding, especially when I really focus. And I'm not getting bombarded with people asking me to do things for them. Now check this out. Tell me the chances of this. Jesus died April the 3rd, 4-3. Kenya, guys, is in the live. Kenya, I told you her last name's Valencia, which is obviously a city in Spain. I've been to Valencia, never been to Kenya. But she's here with the 111. She believes 111 is to do with intuition. That's a screensaver. And I've told you the story, how we met on 1011. We went for a date on 1011, like 111. And how big the number 11 is in my life. And how she likes 22 and I have 22 likes. Kenya, I have 22 likes, which is 11 plus 11. Obviously, I was with you on 1111 as well. It's glorious stuff. Yeah, the Father-Son Spirit's amazing. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime. He was 11 years old when England won the World Cup. He lives at number 11. He's the Father, I'm the Son. He always talks about my spirit and to never give up. He's always installed that in me, not to give up and not to be happy with being average. The Father, Son, the Holy Spirit have been guiding me my whole life, it seems. But now I'm fully aware of it. So, Satan's already floating around, happy face man, but he's going to really reveal himself next year, which is why I told you Super Bowl 56 finished 2023. So anyway, going back to Jesus dying 4-3, April the 3rd, which is wild because my birthday is April the 14th. So that's 11 days after my birthday, is 11 days after the anniversary of Jesus' death. Jesus in gematria is 11. It's absolutely incredible. And Leeds United today, they lost 4-3. All right? They lost 4-3. But isn't it funny, on November the 5th, they beat Bournemouth 4-3. So Leeds were 3-1 down to Bournemouth on November the 5th at home. They came back and dramatically won it 4-3. All right? Today, they play Tottenham away. Okay? And they lose 4-3. And you've got this Rodrigo Bentancur, who is somehow able to score 2 goals in 2 minutes. And he's the hero again. And he was recently the hero in a game. So obviously his numbers are all synced up. He wears number 30. Remember, coronavirus was declared a pandemic 11-3, the 30th time. 30 is a really big number. And in numerology, it's 3. So, again, just the chances of a Premier League team winning 4-3 and then the next game losing 4-3. Can somebody tell me the odds of that? it's tiny, isn't it? It's absolutely tiny, the possibility of that happening. And that's where you just need to use a little bit of common sense, guys. So I always talk about 77, how Kanye, like Kenya, if you play around with the vowels, but Kanye was born in 77. I always tell you about Brady was born in 77, how Boris Johnson was the 77th Prime Minister and he resigned on July the 7th, which is 7-7. And the London bombings were on 7-7. England made it to the Euro 2020 final after beating Denmark. That was on 7-7. The final was on 11-7. 11 times 7 is 77. I often talk about Flight 77 with 9/11 because on 9/11/2001, Flight 77 reportedly hit the 77-foot tall Pentagon in Washington, D.C. on the 77th Meridian West, 77 minutes after taking off. So Leeds in their last two games, okay, they've scored 7 and conceded 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Revelation gets you 49. It's why Prince Philip died April the 9th, which is a date that can be written 4-9. 4 times 9 is 36, which is my age. And 666 is a 36 triangular number. 6 times 6 is 36. And the book of Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. So it is, your daughter was born 7-7. Much love to your daughter. I do believe 7 is a number heavily associated with Jesus. 6 is more connected to Satan. And what's wild is Kenya was born 7-6. And remember, 7 times 6 is 42. The beast reigns for 42 months. The Georgia Guidestones came down on 7-6. On George Bush's 76th birthday, 42 years after they were erected. So it's wild stuff. It's crazy stuff. But Jesus' blood equals 1111. Wow. Again, 11/11 is Remembrance Day, which is basically a memorial for those who lost their life during World War I because it ended November the 11th. Jesus beat the devil already. Yes, it's already been written. It's already been written. Sunak is 42 years old. Yep. Which is huge. The first ever World Cup final was 4-2. England's only World Cup win. They won 4-2 in 66. The last World Cup final was 4-2. The World Series this year, 4-2. The NBA Finals, 4-2. Stanley Cup, 4-2. All of them I predicted correctly. I said they would all finish 4-2. How many people in the world were able to do that without, guessing? Next to none. God, the supreme being of the universe, 100%. Everything I have, I owe it to him. Okay? So you've got this code here, and that's why Newcastle won 1-0. And don't you wish that the whole world could code like this? I don't want to be the special guy. I don't want to be, wow, this illusion's incredible. I want all of us to be able to do this. I want each and every single one of us to code at my level. All right? I get joy when people are learning or when they send me a code that makes me go, wow. Because I do believe in collective consciousness. If the majority of us spread positivity, I think that does have a say. I do believe in the whole energy, vibration, and frequency of the universe. I do believe in that 100%. But remember, the majority of people in their life are depressed or they're stressed or they're fed up. So there's all this negative energy, and then you have wars and famine and viruses and just ridiculous regulations that they impose on people. I've told you, when you smile, one of the things I love about Kenya is her smile, her laugh, her eyes. She has something about her that spreads joy. Is she always happy? Is she always happy? Is she always laughing? No. She'll have times where she's down like all of us. But there's too many people in this world that just, they hate life, that they're done with it. I don't like my job. I'm sick of my marriage. Can't be bothered with my kids anymore. I've got no motivation for life. There's too many people like that. I avoid them. I stay away from them. I find a couple of people who have that energy about them, and I'll spend my time with them. And if I don't find anyone like that, I stay around myself, baby, because I love being alone as well. But yeah, Newcastle win 1-0. Remember, Satan gets you 55 and 10, and 55 is the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. And some of the things I say where I don't always focus on the code, because I know the level of my codes are so high and that they can go over people's heads. I always say this: imagine you listen to a speech, an inspirational speech, but the guy's giving it in Italian or German, and you don't speak those languages. Whatever that guy's saying, however profound his message is, if you can't comprehend the language, you're not going to appreciate what he's saying. The level I am with the numbers, more often than not, if you don't have that gift with numbers, you're just hearing gibberish. That's why I start doing videos about symbolism, about the inverts of the world. I don't just focus on numbers. All right, scripture I'll often talk about now. But if you're a football fan and you're kind of sitting on the fence, you're kind of like, this illusion guy is seems very interesting. He's been spot on about a lot, but I can't accept it. Forget about the gematria here and tell me this. Tell me how a few years ago, Chelsea won the Champions League with pretty much the same squad. How did they win that Champions League if it's not all coded? Okay, if you really believe it's organic that Chelsea won that because they were the best team in the tournament and that's all it comes down to, why now are they struggling so much? All right, you've got Eddie Howe. All right, Jamie Carragher said the following: Eddie Howe is getting more from his players than any other manager in the Premier League. While you can't believe Chelsea spent 275 million in the summer on a team that was very good in the last couple of years. So what Carragher's doing there is mocking you. Is mocking you, but is telling you the truth as well. It's like, wait, how did Chelsea spend 275 million and they're being so successful? Like last year, they got to the League Cup final, the FA Cup final. I said they were going to lose both of them to Liverpool, and they did. But they got there the season prior, the Champions League, they win it. Yet now they're struggling. And Newcastle, who, if you really look at their squad, all right, people keep saying, illusion, Newcastle are doing so well because they've invested so much money into the club. Guys, their squad is practically what it was before, where you wouldn't have been shocked if they got relegated. So Pope, is he a decent goalie? Yeah. It's funny how Pope, by the way, I've told you, I think he's going to be England's number 1. I said it a year ago. See how he's number 22 for Newcastle. He's not number 1 like he should be. He's 22 because he's going to be England's number 1 in the 22nd edition of the World Cup. That's in 2022. That's why he's wearing 22. Okay? Then you've got Trippier, who's the captain. Bang average. Shah, Botman, Byrne, Longstaff, Mora, Willock, Almiron, who for many seasons was awful. Chris Wood, again, another mediocre player. And Joe Linton, who's awful. And don't get me started on the bench. So all the people are coming to me saying, well, Newcastle have invested so much money. They haven't. What's going on in your head? Have Sky Sports convinced you of that? If this was real, Chelsea should be beating them 9 times out of 10 when you look at the actual squads from how they've presented certain players. Because that's all they do. They present these players in a certain way. They can make an average player a superstar. If they put that person in them, like Kanye. Kanye is one of the most average footballers you'll ever see. But because all the pundits, all the coaches, all the players say he's so incredible, people have got this weird thing in the head that Kanye is this world-class, phenomenal player. He's bang average. He just runs up and down the field and makes a few interceptions and plays 5-yard passes. But they've brainwashed you or given him awards or put him in winning teams because of his numbers, nothing more, nothing less. That guy was playing in the 3rd division of the French league, comes out of nowhere, all right? And then suddenly becomes the best central midfielder in the world. Tiny little guy. It's what they can do because it's magic. If you ever saw me play when I was younger, I was exceptional and I still am. And if it was fair, or if my numbers connected, I would have been playing. I'd love to play against some of these guys. I'd love to go up against Trippier and see if he could do me. I'd love to see it. A guy who plays for England. I'd love to see him go up against me even now at 36. But what's more important? Playing in the Premier League where you're basically giving your soul to Satan, or calling them out. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I've got a bigger calling in my life than running around the field. I call these people out, all of them, each and every single one of them, every single day. So again, ask yourself, how on earth are Newcastle having such a great season? Is it because of Eddie Howe? Is it because Eddie Howe's so great, who coached Bournemouth? Is that what we're going to convince ourselves? Nah, it's scandalous. The whole league is an absolute joke. But it just makes it easy for me. By the way, you know, I always talk about Jurgen Klopp and how he's connected to the beast, and that's why he's born 616, the alternate number of the beast. I always talk about Klopp and 22, because Satanic gets you 22. And Klopp and Liverpool, they're 6. All right? I told you at the end of the season, I think they finish 6. They're 6th in the league, guys, with 22 points. I always talk about Klopp and 22. So Liverpool are going into the 22nd. The World Cup's going to be the 22nd edition. And Liverpool are on 22 points. Okay? And I keep talking about 44, and that's why they have 4 draws and 4 losses. It's funny how they've played 14 games and they've got 6 wins. That's Donald Trump's birthday. So you can just look at this and just see. I think when I code the Premier League, people always ask me, how do you do it? The first thing I look at is the potential wins, draws, and losses. As soon as I saw that Newcastle could go 8-6-1, and I already know in my head that's the 41st triangular number, and I already knew in my head that the World Cup begins with 41 days left in the year. I know Callum Wilson just got called up, which was a surprise. And now people are going, no, it should have been Tony because of what he just did against Man City. And I won't be shocked if Tony does get called up. There's often somebody that drops out right before. I bet that Tony does get called up. Okay? Because I've heard pundits talking about him so often. And they put it in your subconscious with certain players. So the Premier League, guys, it always has been a scripted satanic show, going all the way back to when it first began and before. It's just more obvious now. You got all these Arabs buying the clubs, Man City, Newcastle. You got the World Cup being in Qatar. I did a interview/podcast with the Watchman Report yesterday. It was maybe the best thing I've ever done in my life in regards to this work. And it's going to be up tomorrow. I'll put it on my website. I'll see if I can share it on YouTube. But I might just put it on my website. Him and I, the connects we made, I blew him away. And I actually presented information there that I've not presented to anyone. So that's going to get put up tomorrow. It's going to blow your head off how biblical this all is. It really will. It really will. Satan is the greatest showman on earth. Yes. I sense feel high scoring World Cup unlike 2018. I think 2018 was boring besides Argentina, France. Yeah, wasn't that game 4-3? Jesus died 4-3. Is that when Aguero got the consolation? I think Pavard got goal of the tournament. 4-3, all connected to Jesus. Yeah, there'll be a lot of goals, a lot of stoppage time. I think there'll be an explosion. I think there'll be a couple of upsets. Because at this point, I've told you, it has nothing to do with the players. If Iran have a phenomenal code and they're meant to beat England somehow, they'll win. And the media will just say that England took them lightly. Iran played the game of their life. Or the early sending off killed England. The missed chances. The players don't have a say. I told you when Rashford missed that penalty in the Euro 2020 final, it hit the outside of the post. He didn't aim for that. He may have known before the game began he was going to miss. Okay? That he was going to effectively get screwed over when he went back to England. Well, it was already in England, I guess, the final. But remember, people are fickle. Their minds, they've got short-term memory. Okay, they'll boo people for X amount of weeks, then forget about it. Someone like Beckham, he went from being the most hated guy in England to being the most worshipped guy in England. Because the media dictates how you see people. And how weak is that? That your whole worldview is dictated by what you see on a TV screen. That's most people in the world. It is most people in the world. They see the world as to how it's being presented to them through a TV screen. I always tell you the truth. The word truth has you in the middle of it. You got to find the truth within you, and the truth within you is the Holy Spirit, which you all have within you. It's just been hidden from you. Just like your pineal gland has been hidden from you. It's there. Mine's open now. My third eye is open. It's open. Look what I call every single day. It's open. But I'm not obsessed by it either. I'm not obsessed by the knowledge anymore like I once was. It's understandable to be obsessed by it at the beginning. It really is. Because it's so much to process and it's so new. So yeah. Look at this. I've also said this for a long time, maybe 2 years, that almost every game now, the woodwork's getting hit. The post, the crossbar, goals disallowed by like a player with his finger offside, late winners, late penalties, all the stuff I've been saying, you're now starting to see it all. 6079, we're not all doomed at all. In my opinion, TV is 2022. I've told you coronavirus was declared a global pandemic in 2020, which connects to 2020 vision and your vision about how you see the world. In 2020, I started seeing the world differently. That's that 2020 vision. A lot of people go through their life with blurred vision. Okay? Satan infiltrates and imitates and infuriates God and is an adversary to deceive and accuse. Sympathy for the devil is what this world wants. People to have sympathy for sin. Yeah, and this world wants you to be so accepting. Okay, so accepting. That's why they can push these agendas in a positive light. All right, and people will support it because they think they're being positive. There was a image somebody sent me that it said 98% of straight males will not date a trans. And they said that they're transphobic because a straight guy doesn't want to date a trans. It made them transphobic. And there was an emoji of like tears coming down, and not the laughing one. So it's wrong for somebody like me to not want to date a trans. That's me just not being accepting. It's outrageous, okay, that they do that. And it's Satan. He's cunning, he's crafty, he's deceiving. He's definitely funny as well, okay? He's definitely funny. He's definitely got a humorous side to him. But he's already lost the battle, which is so important. And did you see recently the lead singer of Nazareth died? Nazareth, like Jesus of Nazareth. He died at age 76, guys. Which is your 42 again. That 7/6 is Kenya's birthday. So, again, what are the chances of that? The lead singer of Nazareth. Sympathy for the Devil by Rolling Stones, was a monster hit. Oh my word, I'm just reading this Arsenal game. It's still 0-0. Look, the odds already tell me Arsenal are not winning. I could be wrong here. But the fact that Arsenal are evens, I don't think they win the game. They may. So don't you dare leave a comment if they come back and win. Well, not come back because it's 0-0. I've just seen this. I was just talking about how the woodwork's always hit. I'm just scrolling through Sky Sports now. I don't watch the games. 35 minutes off the bar. And it's Gabriel Jesus. How's your luck? Oh my goodness. He's going on this spell, Jesus, where he can't score. It's mocking Jesus, by the way. I've coded it. Saka threads Jesus. I'm not going to pronounce it Jesus. Jesus in behind. He checks inside onto his right foot and sees his effort clip the top of the Wolves bar. Replay showed Jesus was a yard offside, so it wouldn't have counted, of course. Though that is scant consolation for a striker looking to break a 10-game drought. A 10-game drought. So again, Jesus has just forgot how to score, but Arsenal are still winning, aren't they? Because they've got amazing players like Saka, who's dog shit. Saka shit. Again, with Arsenal, who have they really signed? Why are they so good all of a sudden? Is the squad really that good? No, it's not. If it was real, Man City should be walking the league every season. And to be fair, they have been winning it, haven't they? They have been winning the league. But like last season, so dramatically. Arsenal's squad, if it was legit, guys, Ben White, all right, he's half decent. Odegaard was having a nightmare in his career, then suddenly is the captain of the team that's now top of the Premier League. Zinchenko was second choice, sometimes third choice, left back for Man City. He's now the first choice left back for Arsenal. It's funny how he came back from injury and he did it against Chelsea. Did he play for Chelsea as well? Zinchenko, the Ukrainian. Yeah, the squad's bang average. Look at the bench. Tierney, Eddie, Holding, Cedric, Nelson, El Neni. You're going to tell me? Well, again, Leicester won the Premier League, didn't they? With Danny Simpson and Wes Morgan and Danny Drinkwater. So it don't really matter if the code's there for them. But it's just embarrassing. Gabriel likes Wolves Arsenal draw. Well, what would that do? 35 points would that give Arsenal? No, I'm not. I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, but if this is all about the superior general of the Society of Jesus, guys, the guy's birthday is 11-12 or 12-11. If Arsenal win, they're 12-1-1, 12-11. If they lose, they're 11-1-2, 11-12. If it's a draw, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked, but I don't know. We'll see. I just think there'll be a lot of people hammering Arsenal now at even money. If you don't know what even money means, it means if you put $100 on Arsenal now and they win, you win $100 profit plus your money back. I think a lot of people will be hammering Arsenal. That for me would be a red flag. But I did say if Arsenal win, they will sneak it. But I don't think they're going to win. I was close to posting the code for Arsenal. Really close. Because I've been doing so well this month, I've really been listening to my intuition. I was like, no, Newcastle won. That was plus money. I ain't having to force another code. I'm not. If people are so addicted to codes and their whole life still sat in front of a screen watching sports, I ain't going to promote that. So, yeah, I bet a lot of people are biting the nails now who have Arsenal in accumulators. I told Thomas Lockwood, who had Bayern, Newcastle, I said, just cover. Take Wolves double chance. And I said, would that guarantee you a profit? He said, yeah. Then take the profit. You already won 30 quid or whatever off Newcastle from a fiver. Arsenal are only a mile away from me. Wow. Yeah, don't touch. I wouldn't bet on this game. I said at the beginning. In the rest of the world, the Queen born 2653, which is 7 times CGI. Wow. CGI is 379, which is the Vatican's country code. And that makes sense because they call their telescope the Lucifer. Yeah, the Vatican's telescope is called the Lucifer. Like, what more do these so-called Catholics need to do? Just look at the Vatican. Look how it's shaped like a serpent. All right? Look at all the symbolism behind Pope Francis. It's clear that they work for the devil. And in the Bible, it says that Satan will infiltrate the church and he'll make the majority of the world non-believers. He's done that. Spiritual wickedness. Is Liv Morgan inverted? No doubt about it. All the women's wrestlers are men. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, who literally calls herself the man, Sasha Banks, supposedly Snoop Dogg's cousin. All right. And then don't get me started on some of the other ones that are literally like 6 foot. and like arms just like, I can't remember the name of them, but there's a couple of Rhea Ripley, is it? Absolute monster. One of the most blatant men you'll ever see. China, was it not there? Yes. If you look at Liv Morgan, right, I can see you being attracted to her. She's short, she's cute, she's quirky, she's got that look in her eye, but it's a man. And again, the best way for you to figure it out is by looking at YouTube videos of regular people, regular guys who became women, who transitioned, and you'll go, wow. Wow. You'll say they're beautiful. It's undeniable, like, to look at. You see all the work that goes into it, but that's what really woke me up to it all, when I was like seeing average guys going through a transition to looking like beautiful women. You don't think Liv Morgan, is she still the champion? You think you can become the champion of a satanic industry like the WWE by just being a regular little cute girl who worked at Hooters? She said she worked at Hooters. And then suddenly she's a really talented wrestler. And when she came on the scene as a wrestler, she kind of got mocked that she couldn't wrestle. She's got the demon within her. And the whole thing with Penis Williams and Serena, that Willie Williams, those brothers, it's the most outrageously obvious example of how we've been deceived. And they told us Serena and Venus were gracious women, beautiful, attractive, brave women. They're blokes in drag with demons inside of them. Simple. If you can't handle that, you're in denial. You're in denial. I think wrestlers are possessed. I think each and every one of them, if you study the symbolism behind it. In my book, I've wrote about wrestling. If you read that, you'll see also how biblical wrestling is. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. You got The Undertaker and Kane, which is connected to Cain and Abel, the brothers of destruction. You had Vince McMahon literally have a wrestling match against God, and Vince McMahon beat him. Okay, you got Triple H, the King of Kings, which is Jesus mocking us. Triple H is 888 as well. Okay, which you learn is huge. Stephanie McMahon, man. All right, it's so biblical. Is wrestling. Judgment Day, Armageddon. Now they've got Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. 10-year contract. Up until 2030. Look into Agenda 2030. All right? That's truly when I think the beast system will be in full force. If it's not before, 2030 is that year they keep raving on about. Agenda 2030 is where they said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. All right? What's the decode on the current Arsenal game? I said at the beginning that I wouldn't be shocked if Arsenal don't win because of the odds and because of how many people will be on Arsenal and because it's the last game. So I don't think Arsenal win. If they do win, it's literally for the 12-1-1, which is today's date. But they could drop to 11-1-2, which is also today's date. So I don't. If I was going to do a pick, I would have before the game with what's happened with the games today. I would have done Wolves double chance, but I still wouldn't be shocked if Arsenal might sneak a goal. So I don't post it. I don't force codes anymore. All right, but this is the last Premier League game on a Saturday before the World Cup. They like taking people's energy. So if Arsenal do win, they'll probably scrape it. But looking at the odds now, I don't think they win. I don't think they win. If it's 0-0, they'll stay on that 31-11, 31 the 11th prime with the goal difference. There's a 258 number. The beast gets you 258. And Wolves can go 258 with a draw, get to 11 points, whilst Arsenal stay on 31 goals, 11 against, 31 the 11th prime. Could be 0-0. Have you waste your freaking Saturday evening sat in a bar getting pissed watching a bullshit football game that has no goals in it, right after you just watched one that had 1 goal in it? Happy Saturday. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let this system allow you to go to work and work a job you don't really like, to go get pissed, to go watch sports, to gamble on them. Don't go through life doing that. Maybe you might do it once a month, you know what I mean? Get your mates out, have a bit of banter. But try not to fall for that cycle. Satan's got you right where he wants you, man, by doing that, by living your life that way. But again, who am I to tell you how to live your life? Adam Vince McMahon beat God, ironically, to Jacob in the Bible. Well, isn't Cain's last name Jacobs as well? Isn't he called Glenn Jacobs? I could go on all day with wrestling and how biblical it is. You got Austin 3:16, which is basically mocking John 3:16. You had Jake the Snake Roberts, who had a snake called Lucifer. There's so much that I could go on all day with the symbolism and the predictive programming. When Hulk Hogan and Macho Man said they were going to bring the Twin Towers down, which was a tag team match, said the Twin Towers are going to come crumbling down, brother. They did this Masonic handshake. They were called the Mega Powers. Who do you think the Mega Powers is? It's God, Satan, not us. Anyone who's given all this credit to man. All right, we may be getting used. You know what I mean? I've said you can be used in a good way. You can be used in a good way, like utilized. But all the stuff that's gone in the world in our lifetime that we're piecing together now during the age of revelation, which is all about things being revealed, it's because God's allowing it to happen. Do you think Satan wants us all to start waking up? No, God's allowing this. And we know when you study scripture that only a certain amount are going to get it. There's not going to be many of us. If I can help guide people on that path, then great. And if I don't, I know my path. And that's what matters to me more than anything. So, what else have we got? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Triple H is the King of Kings. Jesus is the King of Kings. Triple H is now running WWE with Shawn Michaels pretty much. Remember, they were members of D Generation X. X is 10 in Roman numerals, the X, the skull and bones. And they wanted to take over WCW. And now those who wanted to take over WCW are working really high up with WWE, like in production and marketing and basically running the show. But if you think Vince McMahon was running WWE, you're wrong. It was Satan. Why do you think these wrestlers can perform like 365 days a year, travel all around the world, take all these bumps? And you get some of them, like, they don't get hurt. How do you think people like Undertaker and Goldberg can be wrestling in the mid-50s and Sting? To be able to do that, they've got demons in them. Demons don't feel physical pain. Spiritual pain demons can feel. Physical, demons don't feel anything. All right? That's why Conor McGregor, possessed by a demon, could snap his ankle and still be on the microphone, because he wasn't a regular Irish guy who was a decent fighter, who'd worked his ass off, all right, from a council estate. It was a demon in him or her with Conor. People won't get that. People are trying to comprehend this reality like it's just man and woman and mere mortals. That's why they can't comprehend it. That's why they're saying sports. There's no way he meant to do that. There's no way he intentionally missed that. There's no way he made that incredible play. No, they didn't. It was supernatural. And when you start realizing that and you understand the code, you see that it's supernatural and it's biblical. But how are you going to know it's biblical if you've never read the Bible? How are you going to know it's coded if you don't know what gematria is? Why do you think they have hidden gematria from us? Why do you think it's not taught in schools? Why do you think they're taking Bibles out of schools? All right. Why do you think they're promoting Satanism in schools? It's blatantly obvious, because the beast is reigning right now. And maybe not so much in full force, but remember, this is his realm. Earth is Satan's realm. He got cast out of heaven. All right. People telling me that this earth is heaven and hell. We're already experiencing heaven and hell. That's nonsense. In my opinion, that's absolute nonsense. Yes, you have moments that you feel amazing and moments where you feel really down. I don't think you can comprehend heaven and hell and then compare it with a few emotional connections that you have. Oh, this is a heavenly moment, is it? Well, because you're eating a strawberry ice cream on a hot day. Is that a heavenly moment, or is it just a nice one? So, yeah, my computer, Granite Xhaka forced off with illness after 15 minutes. I've just seen that. Granite Xhaka, in number 34, which is when Jesus died. Let me check. His number may have changed. Granite Xhaka, 34. He comes off because he's ill. Surely, you know. Oh, my word, 34 likes. I just talked about number 34. What the heck? If you're ill, and this is the Premier League, the best league in the world, nonsense. So much shite footballers playing in that league. So slow, mediocre. It's all in your head if you think the league's as good as you think it is. But you've got Xhaka coming off after 15 minutes because he's ill. Surely you know before the game if you're ill. You don't just suddenly get ill 15 minutes into a game. It's a ritual. Who came on for him? Who came on for him? Remember, guys, just so you know, this is top against bottom of the league right now. All right, it's top against bottom, and it's 0-0 at halftime. And who knows? Arsenal might thump them. I don't know, but it's top against bottom. Just know that if Arsenal don't win this, right, who came on for him? Vieira, number 21. Okay, 20. Oh, my word. When you add up the jersey numbers, boom, Satan. 34, 21, 55, Satan. That's all it was. Just another satanic ritual connected with Arsenal. And Arsenal are connected to war. The Gunners, I told you there's all these war themes. And I keep telling you there's going to be so many war themes at the World Cup. So, yeah, it makes sense for the Gunners to be the top team in England as of now. That'll mean that they'll be top on Christmas Day, won't it? They'll be top. Arsenal are guaranteed finishing top by Christmas Day. Most of the time, I know most of the time the team that's bottom on Christmas Day gets relegated. So if Wolves draw or win, where do they go? I know they're bottom right now. Forest won, didn't they? 1-0 for another 10, the Reds. Yeah, they'll be in the bottom three, whatever they do. And I say this is a big if Wolves win, they'll have 3 wins and 4 draws, like 34, after that Xhaka came off after 34 minutes. I've seen a lot of stuff like that. I'll give you another tip. Again, I'm not doing what I usually do, telling you who's going to win this. This is a bit iffy, but I've seen so often with substitutions, with the numbers that dictate who's going to win. This is why I was phenomenal in play and won so much money when I actually gambled. I'd look at the number, like, wait, add those numbers up. Okay. So it's like, for me now, my logic would be, all right, 34 came off for 21. That's 55. 55, the 10th Fibonacci triangle number. I bet somebody wins 1-0 here. That's what my logic would be. So I'd probably go, okay, I'll get on 1-0 either team. Or maybe I'd do less than 1.5 goals or something in play right now, because I saw that 55. But I don't know. Kenya's still here. By the way, Kenya loves cats. She's madly in love with cats, with gatitos. And cats bring her joy. So let me ask you guys: do you all like animals? This is going off topic, but that's how I operate. Do you guys like animals? What's your favorite animal? What is it about animals that you like? Do you believe animals have spirits? I do. Do you like the fact that they don't talk and they're not really that demanding? What's your favorite animal and why do you like animals? If Arsenal pick up their 12th win, they'll be on 37 points. Yeah, that's true. That's what I said would happen with Barcelona, and it did. I got that perfect code where people got on them at plus 900. It worked for them. And remember, Arteta used to play for Barcelona, just like Guardiola. And then Arteta worked under Guardiola at Man City. Yeah, Arsenal could win this. I've told you that 12-11, but this is just a game I would stay far away from. And it's proven to be the case right now with the score. Whatever you're on now, you're on like, oh, whether you've got Wolves double chance, you're panicking. If you've got Arsenal to win, you're panicking at this point. This was definitely a stay away game. But whatever happens, I'll stay. Guys, so animals are pure, I agree. Dogs, but all animals. Leopard. Wow, the leopard's connected to the Satan. That's why you have Def Leopard. So what else we got? So most of you like dogs. Culture Club, Church of the Poison Man. You remember that song, Divine? I remember Boy George and the Kama Chameleon. A Kama Chameleon keeps changing, just like these celebrities change their sexes. There's a cute leopard called Enoch. Wow, like the Book of Enoch. My favorite animal is an eagle. My favorite animals, I like lions and I like monkeys. I like monkeys because they're cheeky and they're always up to no good, but they're very intelligent. And they always seem to be having banter and joking around. That's why I like monkeys. And lions are just king of the jungle. The lion is connected to Jesus. Lions are powerful. They know who they are. You don't mess with a lion. Then they're very like beautiful animals physically as well. So for me, lions and monkeys. Dogs and cats, yeah, I love them. Sorry, Kenya, but I would say I prefer dogs to cats. You're probably not going to ever meet me again now for that, but I don't bullshit people. I think I would rather have a dog than a cat. The thing with cats, you don't really have to walk them. I don't think they need as much attention as a dog. I think they're easier to maintain, and cats are beautiful. Cats are easier like to come in your bed with you and hang out with you and all of that. And they're more independent, but dogs, I prefer dogs if it was between dogs and cats. Zaka number 34 substituted. Arsenal can stay on 34 points. That's this type of stuff I like to see. That's a great connection. Guys, do you want me to stay a little bit longer? Bye, it was nice meeting you. Okay, Kenya. It's just the way. But I told you my favorite animal is the lion, and the lion is part of the cat family. So I'm back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back in the game. My favorite animal is technically a cat because it's a lion. Right, if you want me to stay a bit longer, I'm going to have to charge my Mac. I'm on what percent? 8%. All right, let me find my charger. I don't know where it is. Give me a moment. My granddad judged at Crufts. Wow, that's the dog show, isn't it? Just joined. How you feeling, mate? You sound much better. Yeah, much better, mate. I had those 3 or 4 days struggling. I feel like I was getting spiritually attacked, but I pushed through it because that's who I am. If you want to have a battle with the illusion, baby, you better bring your A game. But I've got to go soon because I'm going to San Jose. I don't like being late for people. Oh, events or anything. All right, let's have a look. My neighbor had 2 monkeys. Their house was destroyed. Yeah, I wouldn't want a monkey as a pet. Monkeys are just funny. They're always just up to no good. And they're always having sex, aren't they? Like chimps and apes. They just eat, have sex, joke around, pick the nose, and then go to sleep. Just what a great life they have, unless they're stuck in a cage or whatever. But I like monkeys. I do. I do like monkeys. Arsenal just scored. Who scored? Let's have a look who scored. I'll try and figure out who it was. What does your diet look like? Do you eat a lot of natural foods? My diet is, I think it's decent, but Odegaard. Wait, was I just talking about number 8? I had 8% battery. Wait, Odegaard just scored after 55 minutes. 34 came off for 21. I just told you about 55. Did he just score after 55 minutes? Guys, I was just telling you about the 55 with the substitute. You can't always get it right. You know what I mean? With where they're going with it. But 55 minutes, 34 came off for 21. 34 plus 21 is 55. So usually when I wake up, I have an omelette. And the omelette usually consists of ham, mushroom, onion, tomato, cheese. I have tortillas with it. I do that pretty much every day at this point. I eat a lot of Italian food, a lot of pasta. I eat a lot of salad. Kenya hates salad and fruit, as far as I'm aware. Tacos, because you can actually have tacos. They're pretty good for you in general. Like if you get a tortilla, a bit of meat, a bit of onion, a bit of cilantro, like pineapple, whatever you want on your taco, bit of a salsa. Do I eat bread? Not much. The only time I'll have bread is if I'm making a sandwich. I like pizza a lot. I make my own, but I enjoy pizza. I love sushi, and you get fresh fish because I live by the ocean. What I say about me, I'll eat everything. I don't ever order takeaway. I never go to your McDonald's or anything like that. I'll never go to that. But luckily with my metabolism, I can practically eat whatever I want and keep my physique. I'm not acting like I'm a bodybuilder, but I'm very healthy in regards to physically, or at least when it comes to like working out and running and swimming and all of that. But I'm not a guy who will go shopping and check the ingredients and check this and check that. The way I am, I'll go shopping. All right, I want that. I'll get that. I'm going to have that. I feel like eating this tonight. I occasionally have a few beers, probably drink maybe twice a week. Never really drink alone. When it comes to candy, I barely eat it. Although I do enjoy it, but I don't often eat it. Adam, how many miles can you run? I thought you didn't like fruit and vegetables, can you? I asked you, you said you don't like them. It depends what you're talking about with how many miles can I run. Like at a consistent speed or full speed. I could do a marathon. Absolutely. My favorite distance is like 10K, which is about 6.2 miles. I love 5Ks because I can just cruise around. But the way my body is, the way my fast twitch fibers are, I love like 1,500 meters, 400 meters, 200 meters, where it's just go. And that's the type of running I enjoy. The reason I don't do long distance running, like real long distance, like my mum, who does pretty much a half marathon every other week, 10Ks practically every day, is I find it boring. I find it pretty boring just running. Unless there's a beautiful view, or I'm with somebody and I'm just running, I'm kind of like, I'm not enjoying this. And I've told you, things don't bring me enjoyment. I don't often do them. So a 5K run, nice view. All right, get my heart rate up, come home, have a shower, have a drink, like water or whatever. It makes me feel good. Do I like kebabs? Yes. Yeah. I do like kebabs, but again, with something like a kebab, it's not something I would eat every day. But I'm not going to be the guy and go. People used to say, "Oh, you're in such great shape. You're an athlete. You don't eat junk." I'll eat a kebab with my mate. I go for Indian food every now and again. I ain't obsessed with my diet. I drink a ton of water, not for my health. I enjoy it. I don't drink soda or Coke or whatever. That's very rare that I'll do that. I've got to be careful with crisps, because if I start eating them, it's very hard. Like they say, once you pop, you can't stop, baby, when it comes to Pringles. If you gave me a box of Pringles and you've given me a beer, all those Pringles are gone. So I'm very wary about eating crisps, because I don't stop with crisps. But my diet is, I would say, better than most, but you wouldn't be inspired by my diet at all. I just eat what I feel like eating. I drink what I want to drink. I sleep when I want to sleep. I keep my life very simple. I'm not picky. Picky eaters occasionally wind me up. But again, I've got just so much better that why should I let it wind me up? It's their choice. They can do whatever they want. Let me just check Odegaard's birthday, just out of interest. If this is 1-0 after 55 minutes. Odegaard is born on the Pope's birthday. I told you everything today was Jesuit, because it's the superior general of the Society of Jesus' birthday. Odegaard, who's just scored for Arsenal, guys, his birthday is December the 17th, which is the Pope's, which is the day before the World Cup final. So that's why Odegaard scored. Wait. Oh, so the Pope's birthday's in... Is it 35 days, his birthday? Let me check. I'm pretty sure I put that in a code with Newcastle. I think his birthday is in 35 days. Let's have a look. Oh, my word. This has just hit me. Wow, this has just hit me. Another thing for Odegaard. Odegaard wears number 8. The anniversary of Pope Francis becoming the Pope was exactly 8 months ago. And he's number 8. Remember I was saying, guys, I told you my battery was 8%. I had to go get my charger because my battery was 8%. I sit down and charge it. Number 8 scores. And after 55 minutes, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. And I told you the substitution, 34-21 is 55. And this guy has just scored a span of exactly 8 months after Francis became the Pope, the anniversary. It's the 9th year anniversary, like 9/8. That's the date Queen Elizabeth died, September the 8th. And that'll put Arsenal on what? 32 goals? Not 32? 32 teams in the World Cup. Yeah. This is what I mean, doing what I do. I see all the numbers that are going to happen. It's just at times, if I don't feel like, I don't really know who it benefits, I just won't, I'll stay away. But I'm giving you advice. Look for substitutions, especially strange ones, like a guy getting ill. All right. I've never heard of that, a guy getting ill after 15 minutes in a game. I've never. Of course, you get early injuries, pulled muscles. You know what? You can get taken out by a player, but coming off sick? Nah. Gates born 2170 days before Obama. Wow, 217. Remember, 2 times 17 is 34. Modern day Freemasonry was founded 1717. Keep talking about 34. With Benzema winning the Ballon d'Or, 34 years old. Steph Curry winning the NBA, 34, MVP. Matt Stafford, 34, winning the Super Bowl, quarterback of the Rams. Messi winning the Copa America, 34. It's because 17 plus 17 is 34. And modern day Freemasonry was founded 1717. And Jesus obviously died the 3rd of April. Odegaard scored his 12th goal for Arsenal in his current spell. Wow. And they can get to 37 points, the 12th prime. I've had enough of these people, to be honest with you. And wait, so if he was born 12-17, 12 plus 17 is 29. 29 is the 10th prime. He scored after 55 minutes, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. Oh my goodness. Did you see who assisted him? The guy who assisted him was the guy who came on. Vieira, 21. Assisted him, which is a reflection of 12. The guy who came on, hey, what an inspired substitution from Mikel Arteta. The guy he brings on assists Odegaard. Wait, Adam, your brain's going off. Adam, that Vieira's 21, isn't he? Vieira's 21. Yep. Odegaard's 8. 21 plus 8 is 29. Odegaard was born 12-17. 12 plus 17 is 29. Masonic gets you 29. 29, that 10th prime. If this finishes 1-0 because of his goal after 55 minutes, and I tell you, I don't know if it is. If it does, and all of those 10s, and it's going to keep Wolves on. It's going to keep Wolves on 10 points. It's going to, if Arsenal win, Wolves are on 10 points. Oh, please finish 1-0. Not for me or the community or whatever. Just please, and it might not, because I've noticed in life when you want it too much, when you really want it too much, it's often not a good thing. When you force it, I like things being organic. Kenya knows that about me. So I feel like I'm wanting the 1-0 a bit too much now, that I deserve it not to be 1-0, because I'm wanting it too much. 40-second like from Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Much love to you, mate. If you don't know who Joseph is, guys, he's an exceptional coder. He has a platform as well. Check him out. 6079 Smith is an exceptional coder. Alto is an exceptional coder. All right. Every single day, there's more and more people getting better and better and better at this, which can only be a good thing for us. Oh, yeah. My hit rate's 92%. 100 minus 92 is 8. Oh, my goodness. And this, guys, this is not a code for me. I didn't post this. This is not hitting my stats, because I told a lot of people I like Arsenal, but I ain't posting it because it just don't feel right. And if they win, it's going to be a sweat. So, yeah, that's a good point with the 92%. 100 minus 92 is 8, and that number 8 scored. 8% meaning 92% missing on 92% missing 8. Remaining 928, Coolio died, which is actually 728, and he's born 728 days after Obama. You know what? I think, Joseph, you need to get 6079 Smith on your show, because your combined knowledge of Obama, 6079 Smith and Joseph's knowledge of Obama, I've got knowledge of it, not like those two. I think you two together in a show would be pretty special, to be honest with you. Yeah, 2/11 is the 42nd day of the year. 2/11 is when the Basilica was struck twice by lightning. February the 11th. 2/11 is the 47th prime as well. Freemason compass is set at 47 degrees. 4/7 is the US's independence, the 4th of July. 47 is the 15th prime. It's why 47-year-old Liz Truss resigned exactly 15 weeks after Boris resigned. Pretty wild, isn't it? So, wild stuff. Remember, guys, with all the 42s, it's 2022, which is 42 when you add those numbers up. Wild, man. Wild. So, wait, is there games tomorrow? I'm not. I'm going to do maybe a few NFL games tonight when I get home. But I've noticed with NFL games, I'm exceptional. Monday night football, Thursday night football, and Sunday's so hit and miss. When it's these primetime games, I hit the code, bang on. When it's the Sunday games, it just seems a bit forced, the Sunday games, to be honest with you. Right. What else can I do with Odegaard? Just came out. He signed for Real Madrid really young, didn't he? And he did nothing. And for me, he never looked like a captain. He never looked like a guy who was going to lead a team. He was like a luxury player. All right, let's have a look at who's playing tomorrow and see if anything just stands out to me. All right, this is not, again, Disclaimer alert. This is not me saying this team's going to win if I say I like this team just from looking for 2 minutes. Tom Brady and the Bucs versus the Seahawks. I don't know. It's funny how the Hawks became 7-3 this year, and they beat the Bucs to become 7-3, and Brady became 7-3 in Super Bowls with the Bucs. So that was interesting that the Atlanta Hawks became 7-3. I then had them to lose to become 7-4 against the Jazz. The Jazz were plus 155. The Jazz beat them. Just been on fire this month. It's not always going to be like this. I know that. Wait, number 21 assisted the goal, didn't he? So if Arsenal have scored 32 goals and they've conceded 11, that means the goal difference plus 21. And number 21 assisted the goal. Wow. So let me have a look who's playing tomorrow. Brighton, Villa, Fulham United. My head's hurting, but let me have a look. United, 23 points. So if they win, they get 26, draw 24, 8-2-4. If Man United win, they'll have Kobe Bryant's jersey numbers. They'll be 8-2-4, 8 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. They'll have Kobe numbers, which is Kobe Bryant Day. Okay. What else have we got there? And they're playing Fulham, who are having a half-decent season. God, if Fulham draw, they're 5-5-5 after 15 games, and 15's the 5th triangular number. So after 15 games, Fulham could be 5-5-5 if they draw with United. Oh, man. 5th versus 9th, 59th to 17th prime is the only 7s. Yeah, Man United could stay on 7 wins. Let me look at the odds better. Let me have a little glance at the odds. It often gives me a big clue. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah, Man United, they're almost even money. I'm not sure they're going to win. I'm not sure United are going to win. Brighton, Villa. Brighton, even money. Just close enough. 6-3-4. Brighton fail to win. They'll stay on 6 wins after 14 games. That's Donald Trump's birthday. 6-3-5. Things massively standing out. Villa in the 15th game could get the 5th win. I've told you 15-5. It's so deeply connected. 15-5. 15 is the 5th triangular number. Villa though are plus 350 to win. That would be massive value. I'll have to look. Well, I don't even know if I have to look, but usually something screams out at me. But nothing's screaming out there. The Man United odds are suspicious. And the Fulham, after 15 games, going 5-5-5, 15, the 5th triangular number is pretty tasty for a draw. So what's the double chance for Fulham? Double chance for Fulham. Even money. I think your best, just glancing, Fulham even money, not to lose. I'd rather that than Man United even money to win. I'll have to look more. Wait a second. Is this the last game of the Premier League before the World Cup? The Man United game? Is the last game involving the Red Devils? 5-9, the 248th day, like Kobe. That's a good sign for United then. So you're telling me, oh, this is tough. I won't force it. If nothing stands out, like the Newcastle game really stood out, if nothing does, I won't force a United code. So you're telling me 9-5. Wow. It's 9th against 5th. 9-5, September the 5th is the 248th day of the year. If Man United win, they're going to go 824, which is like 248. Like how Jordan hit the shot over Elo and Elo born 555 days before Jordan. The shot, get it? That's what they called the Elo, like Elohim. Wow. Arteta also managed 55 league games before this match. Can be 1-0 with a goal scored at 55 minutes. Wow. Wow, some red wave coding going on with Alabama and Ole Miss. They are ranked 9 and 11. Wow. Red wave, Satan. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, the Tide. Wow. This is wild stuff. Just Kobe numbers everywhere. Wolves have scored 8 and conceded 23 in the league. That's Kobe's birthday, August the 23rd. It's 2-0. Okay, so Arsenal have taken it. They've got that 12-1-1. Who banged? Odegaard. Number 8 again. Oh, for crying out loud. For crying out loud. The guy born on the Pope's birthday is just banged again. So that's the 33rd goal. 55-75. Okay. Combine that, that's 130 minutes. Wow. 12, 11. But whatever. Arsenal were minus 200. I'm not that bothered. I talked myself out of it. There was too much. There's too many possible outcomes in this game. So 88, basically, 8-8. And I keep talking about Kenya. Kenya, you still there? Guys, I have 42 likes. Odegaard just scored after 76 minutes. 7 times 6 is 42. The beast reigns for 42 months. Kenya was born on 7-6. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8 for the beast. How have I never connected that? No wonder Kobe started with the number 8 jersey and then got 24, which is a reflection. 2 times 4 is 8. 42, 4 times 2 is 8. And this guy, Odegaard, wears number 8. Born on the Pope's birthday. How have I never done 4 times 2 is 8? How have I never done that? That's another reason why there's probably not going to be a new World Cup winner then, because 8 countries have won the World Cup. So it'll be one of either, who did we have? Brazil, Argentina, Germany, England, France, Italy, Spain, Uruguay. I can't see there being another. That 8. I can't believe I've just done the 4 times 2 is 8, Adam. That's ridiculous. And all the 44s and 4 plus 4 is 8. Somebody's telling me Beast in Gematria Joseph is 88. 8 times 8 is 64. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 3/11, the 64th prime. Six times 4 is 24. 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24. Oh, for crying out loud. Wow, thought Odegaard would score again in his 15th ever goal for Arsenal, 47 weeks and one day after his birthday. Wow. 7th of December is the Pope's birthday. The match for 3rd place for World Cup will be played that day. Pope is from Argentina. My theory is that Argentina will win on that day to become the 3rd in the World Cup. Yeah, I think they'll get to the final 4 for sure with the code they have. I'll be shocked if they have a mediocre tournament. I don't know if they'll let Messi. Messi's connected to Saudi Arabia. That's why Argentina are playing Saudi Arabia in the first game. He's like a spokesperson now, Messi, for the Middle East. It's been some really good codes here, guys. If you took Arsenal... Wait, let me check if Thomas... Remember Thomas in my community had Bayern Munich, Newcastle and Arsenal? Let me see if he stuck to it or if he cashed out. Thomas, did you keep your parlay, your treble with Bayern Munich, Newcastle and Arsenal? Did you win? I hope so, brother. Treat your family to a curry. Do you think Italy can win World Cup? Mate, they're not even in it. They didn't qualify. They got knocked out by Macedonia. So, no. Italy will not win the World Cup. They're not even in it. They won the Euros, then failed to qualify for the World Cup to show you that it's nothing to do with ability. So, no, I don't think Italy will win it because they're not going to be there. I reckon Mexico can beat Argentina in the second group match. Mexico have played 57, won 16, can be 59 and 17 at match 2. Nice, 59 the 17th prime. I look forward to decoding this World Cup because I think a lot of the stuff I've been saying is going to happen. Kenya's there. Kenya's still in the building, guys. Kenya is still in the building. She's still here. I'm going to have to go in about 15 minutes, all right? Kobe born 823, 8 till 3 is 252, 252, the 56th day, like the Super Bowl. 56, yeah. Wow. You are 1 in a trillion. Wait, Thomas, I really like this guy. What's he saying? Yeah, but they're 2-0 up with 10 minutes left. It's going to be ridiculous. The game's over. So how much do you win? And are you going to get the Korean for your family? With all the trimmings, I'm talking garlic naan. Woo! Onion badges. Woo! I'm talking kebab with mint sauce. Woo! Are you going to get it all in, baby? And give me a woo if you're going to do it, okay? I know you don't send audios, but give me a woo, Thomas. See if he gives me a woo. Also, Argentina's streak can end at 36, going for the first World Cup in 36 years. Yeah, Pope Francis was born in 36. There's loads of 36s for Argentina. 36, guys, is basically 3 6s as well, like 666. And 36 is the square root is 6, because 6 times 6 is 36. And the book of Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Let's see if he gives me a woo. Wow, my audio was 29 seconds, the 10th prime. So yeah, Odegaard, Pope Francis's birthday. Of course, he delivers. Who assisted him? Who assisted him? 11. Oh my word. Number 11 assisted number 8. 11 times 8 is 88, and 8 scored 2 goals, like 88. We just had the 118th World Series, guys. Let's see if he gave me a woo. I don't think he's going to give me one. I can't woo. The kids are in bed, finally asleep. I will win another £43. That leaves him on. He won £90 today. For some people, that's not a lot of money, but that's a lot of money for him. So what you're trying to tell me is it leaves you on £90. You've just won another 43. And when you do 90 plus 43, you get 133. And Francis became the Pope on 13-3, which was exactly a span of 8 months ago. And you won your bet because number 8, Odegaard, hit a brace. Is that what you're telling me? Woo! Sorry if that's waking up your kids, but I'll give you another one. Woo! Wow, I just did that off the top of my head. Let me hear how ridiculous I sound. So what you're trying to tell me is it leaves you on £90. You've just won another 43. And when you do 90 plus 43, you get 133. And Francis became the Pope on 13-3, which was exactly a span of 8 months ago. And you won your bet because number 8, Odegaard, hit a brace. Is that what you're telling me? Woo! Sorry if that's waking up your kids, but I'll give you another one. Woo! Wait, somebody in the chat, Justin, is telling me that the Pope's birthday was 331 days ago. 331's the 67th prime. Wait, I need to confirm that. Let's have a little goose. Guys, we've got about 10 more minutes, all right? Let me check. 12/17, 2021. Oh, my goodness. There you go. Man, I might have to do... I don't have time today, but I might have to do a separate video for my Newcastle code. Guys, I told you the whole reason Newcastle beat Chelsea was in a massive Pope ritual. Phenomenal decode, by the way. A little pat on the shoulder there. 3-3-1. This game was a span of 331 days after the Pope's birthday. 331 is the 67th prime. Newcastle won that game, guys. There was one goal in the game, scored after 67 minutes. Wow. 3-3-1, 67th prime, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like them apples? Haaland's a dog shit footballer, if you actually watch him play. Just a big goon. He gets loads of goals, but he barely touches the ball. Just a big goon, Haaland, with a demon in him. So, yeah, I know it's not the true Pope. I know all about the other popes, the Black Pope and all of that. Francis is just a false prophet. 7/6, the Guidestones, 187th day of the year. Society of Jesus gets you 187. Think about Man United. They have number 18, Casemiro, and number 7, Ronaldo. Right, let me think about this then. So Arsenal, 37 points. Man City, 32. Add up those numbers, you get 69. Queen Elizabeth was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the Queen. The Jesuit order gets you 69. 69 is yin and yang. You flip the 6 and the 9, it's yin and yang. They connect, like Kenya and I. So 5 points clear. What's the 5? What's the 5? What's the significance of the 5? Don't know. I'm not going to force it right now. I don't know the significance of that 5, and it's annoying me. I know Kobe won 5 NBA finals, but that's not enough of a connection. 5. Is there a team that can get their 5th World Cup? Wait, can Germany get their 5th World Cup? I think Germany can get their 5th World Cup. Is that a big enough 5? Nah, I don't know. I think I'm forcing it, to be honest. My thinking for the midterms is that the Democrats will win 47 seats in the Senate for the incoming 47th POTUS. Currently are on 47. That makes a lot of sense. Arsenal's goal difference will be 22. Oh my goodness. Will it? Yeah, it will be, won't it? Because it was 21 before. They took a 2-0 lead. 12-1-1, man. I've had it on my... I've literally... If I could present my screen now, you will see on my notes that I have the code for Arsenal. I'll read it out. And it was so short. It's so short. Where is it? Here. Arsenal should win this to become 12-1-1. Today is 12-1-1, which is the Superior General of the Society of Jesus' birthday. Artella has been synced up with Jesuit numbers his whole career. Done. That was my code for Arsenal. It didn't feel like it was enough. And the thing that put me off was the potential of them going 11-1-2, which is like the date as well. So I was like, nah, it's not worth it. Not for the odds. It's not worth it. But it was so short was the code. Sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes go with your gut. But he felt weird this game. But I'm just happy Thomas Lockwood took it. Maybe a script after the World Cup, Arsenal start losing, potentially. It's all coded. Everything's coded. But again, look at Wolves, bottom of the league on... Wait. Down and now. This has just hit me. Alto, who I have nothing but love and respect for. Wow, 47 likes. He's talking about 47, and it's just hit me. Arsenal are going to be on 37 points and Wolves on 10. 37 plus 10 is your 47. Woo! 37 plus 10 is your 47. Wolves, guys. People like Pope Francis, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. It's what they are. They're false prophets. Wolves are going down. All these wolves that have been savaging on innocent people like us, they're going down. Like I told you, Wolverhampton Wanderers would go down. And they're going down. 10 points. Wait, are you trying to tell me that Arsenal have conceded 11 So they have a goal difference of 22 because they've scored 33. Wait! What? I've just looked. I hope... Who knows? There's so many late goals, all right? There's so many late goals. Guys, how have none of us seen this if this stays 2-0? I need somebody in the chat to give me a woo! Somebody. I can't believe I've just seen this. And again, there might be another goal. It might make me look silly. I don't care, but it's what I see right now. All right, I've got a woo from Philip. Go to the Premier League table. Arsenal have scored 33 goals, conceded 11, and have a goal difference of plus 22. 33 and 11 and 22 are the only three master numbers. 33 goals scored, 11 conceded. 33 minus 11 is 22. 33 plus 11 plus 22 is 66. England won the World Cup in 66. The Church of Satan was founded in 66. The book of Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. 66 is the 11th triangular number. They stay on 11 goals conceded. Queen Elizabeth, who's so connected to Arsenal and mother supported Arsenal. Her funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. 11 plus 11 is 22. 11 times 3 is 33. Oh, please finish 2-0 now. It might not. I ain't going to do a video about it. But all those master numbers. And I'm pretty sure I had Barcelona. I did have Barcelona. I still do to win the league. Did they play today? They have the same record as Arsenal. 12-1-1. 37 points. We said, I told you 37 and 12 goes hand in hand. Alto mentioned it. 37 is the 12th prime. Arsenal are going to go to 37 points to get the 12th win. Barcelona have scored 33 goals as well. So have Real Madrid. When did Jesus die? 33 AD. When was coronavirus declared a global pandemic? 311. 3 times 11 is 33. 33 times 3 is 99. 9 times 11 is 99. Arteta, you can't coach. You Lego-head, squared-headed twat. You can't coach. You deceiver. All right? I'm going to keep calling you out for stuff like this, Arteta. All right? And Guardiola. All right? You Satanists. These players that have these top careers and become top coaches. Not because they're being gifted from God, is it? 311th minute of the day was dark when Jesus gave up his spirit. Wow. Yeah, but Revelation 3:11 talks about how you should not let anybody take your crown and that he's coming back. Read Revelation 3:11. It'll send shivers down your spine. Corona means crown. Jesus, the King of Kings, is coming for his kingdom. Adam, what position do you coach in football? What do you mean? If you think I'm talking about this type of football, not a chance. If you're asking me what position do I coach in football, all of them. If you're on about what position I played, I was a striker or behind the striker, like creative player. It depended on the team I was playing for. But I coach all positions. Like tomorrow, I'm coaching a goalkeeping session with a kid called Nico. During the week, I coach a striker. My favorite players to coach are strikers because that's my position. I mastered that position. But I can coach anything. I can coach a defender how to defend. But yeah, I coach all positions. Adam in Mexico is Mexico more lively than England? Yeah. Yeah, England's dead. The energy of England's dead. It's got a lot of beauty, England, great people. But England's going down. Mexico, like where I live in the desert. It's beautiful energy here. The weather's great most of the time. Most of the people are really nice. Yeah, there's more energy here. What would you rather be doing? Like sat at home watching X Factor or sitting by the pool? What would you rather do? Probably rather sit by the pool, wouldn't you, with a cocktail in your hand? Goats are going down. Yep, I told you all of that. Brady's going down this year. Serena Williams is retired. She got humiliated. I said she would go out in the third round of the US Open. Perfect code. She did. A lot of goats are disappearing. All right. There's a load of them where Ronaldo's pretty much coming to the end. What is it? 37. Messi's still having a good season, but they're getting old now. These GOATs of our generation, they're getting old. A lot of them are coming to the end of their career. The time's up. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, another one. LeBron James is 37, isn't he? He's going down. He's getting humiliated. You know what I mean? These GOATs, the time's up. They're going to go down. They've already lost. All right? They've already lost. But there's a lot of them that are coming towards the end. Philip, did you find me through Adam or found Adam through me? Just curious. Yeah. There we go. Let's find out the answer to that. Yeah, finished 2-0. All right, I'll take that. That's enough. The 33-11-22 is insanity. I think you've got to have a little dabble. I know I don't bet. You've got to have a little dabble of England with everything I have on England. And that's 66 now with the 33-11-22. That's pretty insane. So, yeah. I'm not kicking myself with Arsenal. I'm not. It was a game I decided not to post for a reason. And it's kind of fun coding the game in play where you're not stressing about it. You know what I mean? You just watch it play out. Arteta was the first Premier League coach to test positive for coronavirus. That was declared on the 71st day of the year, the 20th prime. So, yeah, let them win 2-0. What's my opinion on Kanye West? I've told you I've been very indifferent with Kanye. He's one of the few celebrities where there's something about him in my spirit. I haven't figured him out. I think he works for both Satan and God, but I think he works more for Satan. He's said some stuff. Like he recently admitted his mum got sacrificed. And he's revealed a lot as Kanye. But his songs, like the song Power that he brought out, was all about the beast. All right, where he's saying like, what was the main thing that he was saying? Something about no one man should have all that power. I think if you look at the lyrics, I think it's about Satan. But then he's done Jesus Walks and he said, basically asking for Jesus to protect him. God, show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. So Kanye is somebody I haven't figured out, but of course he's a member of the Rockefellers, all right, with Jay-Z, and he's a deceiver, and he's got to be a Satanist at heart. But remember, even Satanists can repent. It's just, I believe Satan's in control of the mainstream. So I'm like, whatever Kanye's saying is being told to say. But maybe I'm slightly wrong because I don't know everything like people think. Maybe God is using Kanye as well as the devil. Like, you know what? You know the angel and the devil on your shoulder with Kanye? What I would say is just use your discernment with people like Kanye. Because they will feed you a lot of truth, powerful truth, but they will also deceive you. Because you don't get to Kanye's level, in my opinion, without at some point selling your soul to Satan, or at least sacrificing like his mother and stuff like that. But I think it's the first time he's ever said, my mother was sacrificed. Any time that he would talk about his mother, he would break down. And he said a while ago, if I didn't sign that record deal, my mum would still be here. That is him saying he sacrificed his own mother for fame and fortune. So it's a tough one with Kanye. And now I'm like meeting up with a girl called Kenya, which is an anagram of Kanye. Something about him. I say keep an eye on him. He's been involved with Trump as well, hasn't he? Like another one, Trump, a lot of people hate him. Pure Satanist. Symbolism shows it. But he was one person, one of the few people at the top of this pyramid who actually called out the mainstream. He was the only one that really, in a high-profile position, said, fake news, you lie. And I know that benefited him as well. Okay, because anytime anybody accused him of anything, he would just dismiss it as fake news when it probably wasn't. But again, Trump, like the trumpet and the trumpet sounds wakes people up. I don't know. It's deep. It's deep. It's deeper than even I am aware. I don't know all the answers. But yeah, keep an eye on Kanye. Remember, the guy was born 1,018 days before the Georgia Guidestones were erected. And he was born in Atlanta, Georgia. And Luke 10:18 is about how Satan was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt. So who's Kanye working for? God or the devil, or both? I don't know that. But keep an eye on what he says. And use your discernment to distinguish with what is the Holy Spirit talking within him and what's the devil. I don't know. But I can see why you're saying Kanye is completely controlled. Yeah. If I had to give an answer, I'd say, yeah, he's controlled. He's working for the devil. But I don't know. Right. So I remember thinking that his mum might have been a sacrifice a few years ago. If I ever told anyone, I'd look insensitive and crazy. But now Kanye himself is saying, yeah. But Alto, don't go through your life being afraid of people judging you. I say what I think. I'll call it out if I think it needs to be called out. If somebody asks me, so what do you think happened with Kanye? I say, I think he sacrificed his mother for fame and fortune, and he regrets it. I think he deeply regrets it. And that's what else. You can't say that. You don't know that. No, I don't. But you asked me what I think. Now shut your mouth. What do you think? No, I think she just died. All right, move on. Anything else? I ain't worried about people. If people's feelings are getting hurt, that's on them. If they can't handle it, that's on them, not on me. I won't intentionally go out of my way to upset people. If people, grown adults, are getting all emotional, and that's not the way I see it, and they're crying about it, most of the time when they get upset, it's because they probably think it is true. That's why I rattle people. Because why would it bother you? If somebody came up to me and said, Adam, you're fat. Adam, you pinchy gordo. Do you think I'd get angry at somebody calling me fat? Or would I laugh at it and dismiss it and go, yeah, all right, mate, sure, I'm fat. That's how I react to people who try and test me. So let's have a look. All right, here's what it's getting before I leave, because I have to jump in the old Austin Power. I have to get a shower. Guys, on my website, I'll try my best to do a bit of NFL for you, but I'm going out soon. I'll see what I see. You guys keep doing what you're doing on my website. Add your codes. Show the community what you have. It doesn't mean they have to take your pick. Just share. That's what it's all about. Sharing's caring, baby. So Thomas Lockwood said he's going to get this. Chicken tikka keema balti, garlic and coriander naan, onion bhajis, chicken pakoras, mixed kebab starter, poppadoms with pickle tray. And that's just for him. And then he said, whatever the wife wants. That's all for him. Oh, and some japadis to mop up. Oh, that's what he's getting tomorrow. Maybe a madras, if I'm feeling it. Go on, Thomas, lad. Are you telling me that you're going to consume a chicken tikka keema balti, garlic and coriander naan, onion bhajis, chicken pakoras, mixed kebab starter, poppadoms with pickle tray, and japadis to yourself? If that's the case, I salute you. Woo! All right, I better go. Best chocolate in the world, guys. But I'm coming towards the end of it, and there's no more. It's going to be one of those. I might play some Goo Goo Dolls whilst I'm eating my last piece of chocolate. And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I've ever been, and I don't want to go home right now. I'm going to have to sing a bit of Goo Goo Dolls for my last piece of chocolate. Oh, Cadbury's food and nut, baby. Oh, wow. Starting to get hot. All right. Okay. Yeah, that is gluttony. That's a lot of food. But hey, maybe he won't eat it all. He can have, you know what I mean? Leftovers. What's he saying? I'll share the naan, badges, and pakoras. All right, guys. He's going to share the naan, the badges, and the pakoras. So I'm disappointed, mate. I wanted you to annihilate all of that by yourself. Do you think you could take on that without assist? Do you think you could hammer that, Thomas, without anybody helping you? Give me a hell yeah if you can. I could. I can eat a ton. I would probably smash that. All right. Kenyon needs some chocolate. You live near an Oxo, Kenya? Go for a little walk. Kenya, what's your favorite chocolate? You have a favorite candy bar? You have one? Let me know. Maybe I'll buy you one time. Oh, Lady Hawk's eating enchiladas. Salsa verde or rojo, Lady Hawk? Is it chicken enchiladas, cheese enchiladas, Lindor chocolate? Wow, she's fancy as Lady Hawk. Yeah, Kenya won't be able to decide. She's really indecisive, which can be a little bit annoying. But yeah, I don't know. Just get me one. Kenya, you better not be the person who says, if I say, what chocolate bar do you want? You say, I don't know, just get me one. I don't care. And if I then get you one and you say, oh, I didn't want that one, I would say, all right, I'm going to eat it and you're going to get your ass to Oxo yourself and buy a chocolate bar. That's what I would say to you. So, yeah, I know people are indecisive at times. It can piss me off sometimes because I am so decisive. But Kenya will tell you she's working on it. She's working on her indecisiveness. So as long as she's working on it, she's making progress, that's all we can do in this world, isn't it? You know what I'm saying, baby? So the Premier League's a joke. Venus and Serena are blokes. I'm going to have a few beers and a nice meal, but I don't know where I'm going to the restaurant, and I like that. Congratulations, Thomas Lockwood. I hope he annihilates that Curry tomorrow. Thanks to all the new people signed up to my website. I got 3 new people today. Thanks to all the loyal ones that have been with me from the beginning. Well done to Daly, the kidder coach, who scored 5 goals. He scored 5 goals. And Arsenal have a 5-point lead. Daly, the kidder coach, scored 5 goals. Oh, my word. And he got the 5th goal in the last minute, and he did that to me, like 5. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That's it. He got 5 goals, man. And he did that to me, like literally like a minute left in the game. He got his 5th goal. And I remember, like, I went, go with it. Go. And he beat a few players and he pinged it. Oh, my goodness. What is going on, man? This is outrageous stuff. Okay, there we go. Let's do the Goo Goo Dolls. You've got to say Goo Goo Dolls for me. I might listen to them whilst I'm in the shower. I think Iris and Slide. What else have they got? Goo Goo Dolls. They've brought out some monster tracks. A lot of my friends have never heard of them, to be honest with you. But I like Better Days is a good song. Black Balloon's pretty decent. But I think Iris is my favorite Goo Goo Dolls song. Yeah. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. That's very deep. What's the other lyric that I like from the Goo Goo Dolls? I think it's something to do with scars are souvenirs. It's Name. Song's called Name. And I love it where it's like, I need to think about the melody of that song, and I'm going, what a beautiful day today, the blue sky. All right, here we go. Let me remember it. Oh, come on, Adam. Skies are souvenirs you never lose. The past is never fair. I love that. Scars are souvenirs you never lose. Guys, what he's saying about that, okay, the scars, the negative experiences you go through your life, it makes you, it forms you, it's part of you. All right? You'll never lose those experiences. You can try and forget about them, but they've helped form you. Scars are souvenirs you never lose. Yeah. And the whole saying, I told you, I'm like a child, but I'm very intelligent and I know when to be serious. But I love the inner child in me. That's why I can go, woo, and I'm 36 years old. And I love the line where they say, oh shit, what is it? We grew up way too fast. Now there's nothing to believe. And reruns all become our history. And then it says something about a tired song. Keeps playing on a tired radio or something. It's like, guys, I'll still listen to music. I don't watch TV, but I really break down lyrics. I really do like to break down lyrics of songs. Yeah, name Joseph. That's, yeah, I won't tell him your name or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going to listen to some Goo Goo Dolls and jump in the shower. All right. Would reconsider looking into Arsenal again? Yeah, the code for Arsenal to win the league's outstanding. I'll put it on my website, but it's not mine. I added to it. It's Flynn's. He thinks Arsenal, and he liked Arsenal at the beginning of the season. He liked Arsenal to win, Man City second. I said I think it's Man City, Arsenal second. So what I'll do later on, I'll have to check the odds. If Arsenal are now the favourite to win the league, that may take it because it's very rare that they'll make City the second favourite. Long way down, the Goo Goo Dolls, another cracker. Scars are souvenirs you never lose. The past is never far. Did you lose yourself somewhere out there? Did you get to be a star? Again, don't lose yourself. Unless you're going to lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Sometimes you got to lose yourself in the moment. You know what I mean? Enjoy the moment, lose yourself in it. But what it's saying about there, you don't want to lose who you are. The essence, the spirit of who you are. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomited on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti is nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on remembering what he wrote down. The whole crowd rose so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking how. The clocks run out. Time's up. Overpower. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. But choke is so mad, but he won't give up that easy. The illusion will not give up. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you don't want to see me angry. You don't want to see me angry. Woo! Right, I'm off. Jumping in the shower. It's been a good one. Cheers. Much love. Take care, Kanye. I'll see you soon. I can't believe I just said the Eminem lyrics. I don't even know if they were correct, but it sounded right. 8 Mile. Let's leave it there on 8. After number 8, Odegaard got 2 goals today. Guy born on the Pope's birthday. And remembering 8 Mile, fuck free world, 313. Pope Francis became the Pope 313. And you're going down, you sneaky little devil, Francis. Woo! Off I go. Jumping in the shower. I'm boiling hot. I'm sweating. I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to listen to the Goo Goo Dolls. And I'm off for a few cervezas. Woo, 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 woo!